Welcome everyone. This is the 7th contemplation on how to come home to the beloved, or how to go to the beloved's home. We're going to be discussing this Shabad today, Baba Maya Rachna Dho in Rag Shri. So let's start very soon.
हम घर साजन आए, हम घर साजन आए, हम घर साजन आए, हम घर साजन आए.
Hum Ghar Saajan Aye. I was doing some research on the words of the Shabad, Baba Maya Rachna Dho. Baba is a wise person. We use Baba a lot. Maya we use a lot, sort of the splendor of the Maya. We use Rachna a lot, we've seen that. The one new word here is Dho. In common parlance, Dho in Punjabi and Hindi also means washing. But this is not that Dho. It's being translated here as deceptive. I was wondering where the Dho comes from. Dho actually comes from the Sanskrit Dhavati. Dhavati, Dhavatah, Dhavanti is the verb for running, running away. How beautiful it is that this world is sort of running away because it's Maya, and it's absolutely the opposite of home. Home is where you stay. Dho is something that's deceptive, like Maya. Andhe naam visarya na tis e no. Let me sing these lines and tell me what these lines remind you of, and then we'll discuss them.
Baba Maya Rachna Dho, Baba Maya Rachna Dho. Andhe naam visarya, andhe naam visarya, na tis e nao. Baba Maya Rachna Dho, Baba Maya Rachna Dho. Andhe naam visarya, na tis e nao. Baba Maya Rachna Dho, Baba Maya Rachna Dho. Lekh hai bolan bolna, lekh hai khana khao, lekh hai vaat चलाइया, लेख है सुन वेखा, लेख है साह लवाइए, पढ़े के पुछण जाओ, पढ़े के पुछण जाओ. Baba Maya Rachna Dho, Baba Maya Rachna Dho, Maya
Maya rachna do. And then he starts talking about Lekha. So what do you think this means? Baba, Maya rachna do. The splendor of this world is deceptive. It leads us away from the house. A house is where we rest. But Maya is what is making us run around. It's deceptive. A person who cannot see the truth is the blind person. Andha, because he does not realize, he does not see Naam. Andha Naam visarya, na tis e na o. He's in limbo, neither here nor there. And what does this mean? He's not here or there. So another interpretation of this, if you just look at Rachana and Dho, those are two opposites. Rachna is when you create something, and Dho is when you destroy something. You see how there's that connotation of destruction in Dho, and a connotation of construction in Rachna, creation. Na tis e na o, he's in limbo, he's neither here nor there. There are multiple meanings of this, and we'll realize this as we take a deeper dive into this Shabad. He's neither here nor there. Then Guru Sahib says, Lekh hai bolan bolna, lekh hai khana khao. Lekh hai vaad chalaiya, lekh hai sun vekhao. Lekh hai sah lavaiye, padhe ke puchan jao. What is Guru Sahib trying to say here? The key word here is padhe. Padhe ke puchan jao. There are some people who we deem to be very smart. They are very wise. They are learned. We call them pada. Padhya likhya. We ask them, tell me this, tell me that. The Guru is taking us out of this confusion. He says, you don't need to ask a learned person. You see what he's doing there? He's doing two things. He's causing, if you think you're very learned, he's causing you to have humility. And if you think you need to ask someone else, he's reminding you don't need to. All the answers are right there. Everything is written for you. Why do you need to worry? This is how Guru Nanak is marrying humility and oneness in this Shabad. He is inviting us to the home of humility and the home of oneness, which by the way are the same. Whether it's our words, our actions, even breaths that we take, he says are divine by preordination. They're governed by this divine lekha, what has been written for us. This realization diminishes our ego. It reminds us that we are not in control of what's happening. Even the ones that we think know everything don't know nothing. And then he comes back to Baba. Baba is a very special word. In Farsi it means, and also Arabic, means a person who's a very learned person. And then he's talking to himself, Baba, oh dear mind, oh dear learned mind, Maya rachna dho. This reminds me of the Shabad Rang Rata, Mera Sahib. Rav reha bharpur, Aape rasiya, Aap ras, Aape ravan har, Aape hove cholda, Aape sej bhata. Baba Maya rachna dho, Baba Maya rachna dho. And then this Rahautuk, it brings us back to the central theme of what Guru Nanak is trying to do with us. He's trying to remind us that humility and oneness, which are reflected in Naam. Do you remember? He says. The blind person doesn't remember. Andhe Naam visarya, na tis e na ho, na tis e na ho. And here, one of the meanings of this is, he is neither wise nor nothing. He is nothing. He is in between. Baba Maya rachna dho, Baba Maya rachna dho. If you go to the next stanza, he takes two other extremes, not knowing and not knowing, but living and dying. Jeevan marna jaye ke, ethe khaje kal, jithe bੈ ਸਮਝਾਈਏ ਤਿੱਥੈ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਚਲਿਓ ਨਾ ਰੋਵਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਜੇਤੜੇ ਸਭ ਬਨੈ ਪੰਡ ਪਰਾਰ. Life and death comes to all those who are born. Jeevan marna jaye kya, ithe khaje kaal, and time eats everything. Jithe bੈ samjhaiye, tithe koi na chale naal. And where your lekha is going to be read, you're going to be seated down and you're going to be asked questions about what you did in this life. No one else will be sitting with you. No one else will be helping you there. रोवण वाले जेतड़े सब बने पंड पराल. The ones that you think are close to you, the ones who are mourning your loss if you are died, the ones who are weeping and wailing, oh my goodness, I miss this person, he's no longer there. All they're doing is tying bundles of straw. Sab bane pand paral. Rovan wale jetde sab bane hai pand paral. How beautiful this rag is, Rag Shri. In Rag Shri is the first rag of the Guru Granth Sahib, and it's really a hammer on the head. It sounds very dangerous. Sare ma pa ni sare ni sa, sa ni tha pa ma pa re, pa re ni sa. Rag Shri reminds us what our true wealth is. The true wealth is now. Shri is the wife, is Lakshmi. All these rags are actually related. Rag Shri, Rag Dhanashri, Rag Rageshri, Rag Bhageshri. They're all kinds of Shris. They remind us what our true wealth is. That's why when you sing Dhanasri, you will also hear that Naam is the true wealth. We do this in Aarti. रोवण वाले जेतड़े सब बने पंड परा. Guru Nanak here is trying to tell us, look, life is transient. Death is not going to spare anyone. And true humility lies in the fact of knowing this. When we are truly humble, we recognize that all material possessions that we have, relationships, even the body that we have, especially the emotions that we have, everything that we have, including our thinking, is going to be left behind. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, he said, you could leave life right now. You can leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, what you say, and what you think. Think about this. This is what the Guru Nanak is trying to tell you. You could be leaving life right now. Let this determine what you say, think, and do. The awareness that this life is impermanent lets us embrace the humility rather than clinging to the egos. And then the question becomes, what do we focus on if not this? And the answer comes from Guru Sahib in the next stanza.
सबको आखे बहुत बहुत घट ना खे कोई कीमत किने ना पाया करण ना वड्डा होए कीमत किने ना पाया कहण ना वड्डा होए.
Just by saying, you don't increase the greatness of the one.
साचा साहिब एक तू और जिया के तेलो बाबा माया रचना थो.
What is the relevance of this? Why is he singing this Vadde Mere Sahiba kind of a song in between Rag Shri?
Vadde mere sahiba gahar gambira guni gahira कोई ना जाने तेरा केता केवड चीरा.
Instead of yourself, Guru Nanak is saying, look, shift yourself. Shift to praising Hari. Despite all kinds of attempts that you can do, you cannot measure Hari's worth. This stanza is humbling the speaker. Sabko aakhe bahut bahut घट ना कह कोई कीमत किने ना पाइया कहण ना वड्डा होए साचा साहिब एक तू होर जियां केते लो. Rumi says, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Let life live through you. And do not worry that your life is turning upside down. How do you know that the side that you are used to is better than the one that is to come? Leave it up to him, who is the decision maker. That's why the Lekha. The surrender is here in this stanza. The assertion that Hari, he's the eternal master of countless worlds. Kete lo. It underscores our smallness in the cosmic scale. See how we become inconsequential when you look at the universe, look at the stars outside. And that whole thing cultivates humility. Acknowledging that there is an infinite greatness that I am part of relinquishes any sense of superiority or control over the universe, or seeking someone who thinks they know more. Pade. You see how all of this is leading to humility. In the last antara, Guru Nanak comes directly to the point. He says, I don't associate with those that are high. I associate with those who are the lowest of the low. नीचा अंदर नीच जात नीची बुआत नीच नानक तिनकै संग साथ वड्या सो क्या रीस जिथै नीच समालियन तिथै नदर तेरी जगदीश माया रचना दो बाबा माया रचना दो. You see how you become the dhul here. By this time, you become dho, nothing. Baba Maya Rachana Dho. And by becoming nothing, you're becoming everything. In aligning himself with the lowliest of the low, what is Guru Nanak doing? He's showing that the true bakshish, the true grace, the true gift is found when the marginalized are uplifted and cherished. Which is why we come back to humility. The home of humility. That's where we attain rest. So one of the 13 ways of going home is coming to humility. It's being placed in this circle of compassion, of inclusion, where the ego dissolves, where the divine grace is flowing, by recognizing that divine preordination, where he was talking about Lekha. Lekha is governing everything. You don't have any control. So detach yourself from this whole Maya and acknowledge that the temporary worldly gains are nothing. And then you surrender to Hari's infinite grace. Hari's infinite greatness. And then you seek the company of the humblest. Not just be the humblest. How do you be the humblest? You seek the company of the humblest. The home of humility, my dear friends, is not a physical space. It's a state of being. It's a state of being grounded. A perspective where the divine name flourishes. A place where grace abounds. This Shabad invites us to build this home of humility. To find those who are humble. To learn from those who are humble. To build a home where you can live with them by shedding the ego, embracing simplicity, serving others, loving, having compassion. Because in the end, this Shabad reminded me of Guru Tegh Bahadur's Bani.
जो उपजो सो बिनस है, परो आज कै काल। जो उपजो सो बिनस है, परो आज कै काल।
Whatever was created will be destroyed.
नानक हर गुण गाय ले, छाड़ सगल जंजाल।
Leave this janjal, this net of Maya, and sing the praises of Hari. Nanak har gun gaile.
नानक हर गुण गाय ले, छाड़ सगल जंजाल।
I'm going to play one of the Shabads before we go, but I wanted to add, before I go, I wanted to add that this beautiful line, Jo upjo so binas hai. I found out today that this is repeated by Kabir. Guru Tegh Bahadur is having a conversation with Kabir. He is aware of this Bani. In Rag Gaudi, Bhagat Kabir says, और मुए क्या रोई है जो आपा थिर न रहाए। और मुए क्या रोई है जो आपा थिर न रहाए। जो उपजै सो बिनस है, दुख कर रोवे बलाए। Why should we weep at the death of others when we ourselves are not permanent? और मरे क्या रोई है जो आपा थिर न रहाए। जो उपजै सो बिनस है, दुख कर रोवे बलाए। Whatever is born, in the end goes away. Because it is Maya. Maya Rachana Dho. This keeps us in the humblest of the humbles. I'm going to read a couple of comments here. Neeluji is saying, really in this cosmic scale, I'm just nothing, and the home of humility as a state of being beautiful. Guru Tegh Bahadur shloks are also full of it. The ultimate truth is shared by all Gurus. Prerna ji is saying it reminded her of Ulta khel peramda, pera upar sees nivaya. A lot of, you have some beautiful comments here. everyone wishing Vaheguru, Satnam Vaheguru to each other. It was great to have you go through this Shabad. We're still working on this Shabad, a little bit of a video. I'm going to share what I have, and then we will play one of the first Shabads that we played from this album, Man Vedhya, Dayal Seti, Meri Mai, because this has to do with humility. So let me play for you first Baba Maya Rachna Dho. This video is still in development, so it'll probably change when it comes out. And then we'll play Man Vedhya, Dayal Seti Meri Mai. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Baba Maya Rachna Dho, Baba Maya Rachna Dho, Baba Maya Rachna Dho. अंधे नाम विसारिया तां तिस न हो, बाबा माया रचना दो। लेख है बोलण बोलना, लेख है खाना खा, लेख है बात चलाइया, लेख है सुन वेखा, लेख है शाह लवाए, पढ़े के पुछण जा, बाबा माया रचना दो, बाबा माया रचना दो। जीवन मरना जाए कै इत्थै खाजै का, जीवन मरना जाए कै इत्थै खाजै का, जिथे बै समझाई तिथे कोई ना चलियो ना, रोवण वाले जेतड़े सब बने हैं पंड परा, माया रचना दो, बाबा माया रचना दो, बाबा माया। मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माई, मन बेधया, मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माई, मन बेधया। मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माई, कौन जाने पीर पराई, हम नाही चिंत पराई, मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माई, मन बेधया। मन मंदर तन वेस कलंदर, घट ही तीरथ नावा, एक शब्द मेरा प्राण बसत है बाहुड़ जन्म नावा नावा मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माई मन बेधया अग्म गोचर अलग अपारा चिंता करो हमारी जल थल महियल भरपूर लीना घट घट जोत तुम्हारी तुम्हारी मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माई मन बेधया सिख मात सब बुध तुम्हारी मंदिर छावा तेरे तेरे तुझ बिन अवर ना जाना मेरे साहे पा गुण गावा नित तेरे नित तेरे मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माई मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माई कौन जाने पीर पराई हम नाही चिंत पराई जी जंत सब शरण तुम्हारी सरब चिंत तुध पासे सरब चिंत तुध पासे जो तुध भावे सोई चंगा एक नानक की अरदासे एक नानक की अरदासे अरदासे मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माई मन बेधया कौन जाने पीर पराई हम नागी चिंत पराई मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माए मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माए मन बेधया मन बेधया मन बेधया
मन बेधया दयाल सेती मेरी माई. I know I said we're going to end it here, but I thought I'd read a poem because I read this morning and it reminded me of this Shabad, Baba Maya Rachna Dho. And then it also reminded me of Guru Nanak's Babar Vani. Anyways, let me read this. It's a poem called On the Vanity of Earthly Greatness. On the vanity of earthly greatness. The tusks that clashed in mighty brawls of mastodons are billiard balls. The sword of Charlemagne, the just, is ferric oxide, known as rust. The grizzly bear, whose potent hug was feared by all, is now a rug. Great Caesar's bust is on the shelf, and I don't feel so well myself. Think of all the greats that have existed before us, all the great men, women, animals, planets, stars. The tusks that clashed in mighty brawls of mastodons are billiard balls. They're nothing. The sword of this great Charlemagne the Just, the sword of a great warrior in the past, is ferric oxide, known as rust. It's nothing. The grizzly bear, whose potent hug was feared by all, is now a rug. The one who used to scare everyone, the grizzly bear, is now just a rug. And great Caesar, who had such a vast kingdom, his bust is on the shelf. And I don't feel so good myself. We are all here temporarily. And Guru Nanak says, might as well be singing. So why not?
नीचांतर नीच जान नीची हुआत नीच नानक तिनके संग साथ वड्या सो क्यारी जिथे नीच समालियन तिथे नदर तेरी जगदीश.
Let's all come to this humility. That's the home of the beloved. And then we will sing.
हम घर साजन आए हम घर साजन आए हम घर साजन आए हम घर साजन आए.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.